Welcome and happy New Year. We're going to start on 10. Okay. I, Ian
Do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
and I will bear
True
faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and the government established in the United States
and in this
and the state.
county and borough
Where
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of
and that I will faithfully,
I will faithfully
impartially,
discharge
and justly
and execute
perform all the duties
all the duties
of council member for the borough of London
of council member of the borough
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me
Congratulations.
Now we like to inquire about this.
No, sorry. I'll have her sign up.
Say a little closer to you. I state your name.
I, John Levitt,
Solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
governments established in the United States
and in this city,
and in this state,
county and borough,
county and borough,
and under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly
all the duties of council member
all the duties of council member
for the borough of Flemington
for the borough of Flemington,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Yeah.
Can we please have a roll call?
Sure. Councilmember Engelhardt,
Here.
Councilmember Fasara,
Here.
Councilmember Levitt,
Here.
Councilmember Long.
Here.
Councilmember Parker.
Here.
Councilmember Rossetti
Here.
and Mayor Caro.
Here.
We have,
We were in a big meeting with January 3rd, 2024, and hosted the board of state and on the village board. Borough Hall, and Commissioner copy of these notice, it is at the bill to the public and filed off to Borough Clerk. At this time, I would ask, if any of the council, Any comments, Councilman Nichols?
Sure, we just get started, but, happy New Year to everyone, congratulations to, Adrian and Trent. I'm really happy to, be serving both of you this year. I want to thank the mayor, Senator River, Senator Farnan, and Senator West, Goods, our neighbors, friends, and families, police, borough employees, for supporting the borough throughout 2023, and really looking forward to a productive 2024. I want to kind of reflect back a little bit on 2023 and thank everyone for their patience here. I think that's the word that kind of comes to mind for 2023 during all the construction activities and excitement of the progress that's been going on. There's a lot of moving parts, and I really do appreciate the entire borough's patience and support as we move into some exciting developments for development. I think that New Year's is time for resolution, so I would love our resolutions to, my resolutions to include and all of our council to make sure that we're looking internally, not bringing others, past administrations, past council members, neighbors, and there's a lot of noise in social media and nowadays, and misinformation, and I really love to see that patience from last year kind of roll into this year with that. You know, the only thing that's constant is change, and we in order to keep changing and growing the borough, and not being stagnant, we need to do so and move forward and not back. Personally, some goals that, on council this year that I'm excited to continue with is, the 3 grants that I had, gotten last year. I'm excited to move into the active phase for the Superior Park Wellness Plan, as well as the 2 other grants that I got. I also really want everybody to recognize that we got 2 new borough employees with Carmen and Maureen, who's excited to work with in the last 6 months. And I've been working with them a little bit on some of the website improvements, and it's just been an honor and pleasure to work with you. I think that they really set us up for years to come of success, and I really want to recognize them in particular. All of our borough employees are fantastic, but because they were new this year, I want to make sure we recognize them at this meeting publicly. And I'm really grateful for their friendship and service. Other goals that I have in mind this year were, I'd like to make sure all the committee, to the council committee members, meetings are accessible via conference call and in person. Development committees are more, kind of a regularly scheduled, and that multiple council members attend if possible. I'd like to see, the mayor and 2 council liaisons serve on the W, and I'd love to see a budget committee on. Finally, I'd like to see, that make sure that we pick up where we left off before COVID, we're really moving forward. Right now, I really love to see the projects that we made our opportunities and some moving forward and promoting the town. I think that's one of the things that we as elected to do, is become our own leaders and promoting the town. So, and that's why I'm really looking forward to working for. Thank you.
I'm very excited. I'm beyond that field sort of my community. I obviously don't have that 1 year looking back. I do want to first start out with some poorly used for sports in my hat. She's not here tonight. Our lead, Perez, asked me so many times to run, and I always said, it's not the right time or I'm not the right person. Or I don't have the right message, and I don't feel like I'm trying that. This is Mary Becker, always a wonderful support to me, Caitlin support, Roy and Andrew for coming out tonight. I appreciate the on board words. And I really want to say, I don't see the senators with words. Very easy. I attended the run, or women on the run, in March of this year. And it's a way for people to, women who really want to serve their community, to learn. Now, I've always been very complained, a lot of these people, I think all of them, to help get elected, and I like to be in that role of supporting people. And I really went there to see, how can I help? How can I help people get there? How can I help other women get there? And one of the speakers was a newly elected, under 30 years of age, young lady named Gaskins. She's an aide, she's Senator Liver. She is now in her second year of her first term of being on the advisory council. She came from an environment that was really rough. Being in the foster care system, having to try and navigate through the university and to accomplish in life. And as I sat there and I looked at her, I said to myself, what a blessing my life has been. I'm so fortunate to have parents who took that from the big heart, were married, who were very supportive of us, who encouraged us. My parents believe that education is everything, and the best education and best opportunities they can give their children are more important things. And so as I sat there in the situation, I said, why not me? It's shame on me if I don't. She can do that, and I can serve that. So it's tremendous inspiration from her. I also like to think of a simple thing that you work with you, and I don't know if she's here. Those who are Democratic Party may know her. She was my list maker, and my husband was one lawyer. So she was wonderful, and I hope she takes a look and then get that back to her. I do have to say one more thing to Mr. Parker, for your support and encouragement. And I think for me, you need to be much appreciated. The voters who took a risk on me. And I know that I sometimes have a reputation for being a little restful. I have a lot of questions. And I keep hearing. I heard tremendously. So for those of you who took a chance on something a little restful, really passionate, I thank you. And saving the best for last, my husband, my guiding light, my Giovanni Casero, thank you so much for supporting me in this. You always say you're not politic, but you really are, and I know you're really excited for what I can reach out. There are things that I promise people want to see. Maybe not promise, but maybe I spoke to you from the heart. And one of the things that really disturbed me in my conversation with people this year is holding ourselves responsible. And I do feel the need for conduct, which does not exist in the world. And it's not just us, it's going to be crafted and completed. Hold ourselves accountable. That to me is something that can happen very quickly. But we need it, and we need to be able to say, okay, this is the behavior we expect our people, even when we can't see that, even when nobody's watching. And that's critical to me in my life, and it's something that's still in me, that it's not who you are going to see, it's who people don't see, and how they live in that time. The next thing is looking at each other. We've spent so much time in this world looking up and looking at, in my opinion, isolates, looking at development. The challenges of people who live for a long time versus newcomers at the beginning, how we engage them, are ones trying to really look at each other and speak with each other, through each other. And some of that is how what's driven my walkability, and anybody back on the door where you spoke with Frank, that's really the sidelines, really connecting, literally sidelines. And I realize that could be a financial challenge for our girl. I'm not saying this here, but we need to at least investigate how we do that. We get from building owner, with homeowner, to our community in March. We sidewalks up to 31, our high school students that are walking out there. I've watched elderly people with walkers move off sidewalks. I've seen them in a wheelchair electronic come off our sidewalks. I've encountered mothers with stroller and dog that move off the road at lunchtime, and it gets really disturbing. So people see the thing that comes to the quiet place, and I spend a lot of time walking around this year, and it really isn't that quiet. It's pretty busy. There's a lot of nice, good energy here. I'd like to really take a look at how we manage how our community looks. So that might be, it's like, listen, again, it's a money issue, guys, because if I said I would like to see more trash, it's like goes around the borough, that's not just the borough. Well, that issue, it's found. These are the things I talk about people. And I think the last thing that I really want to focus on is this. As I was working for the majority of the year, I had a lot of time to just take my dog and walk around and meet people. And I met some disabled adults that came on the second floor or in a wheelchair. I've heard from our senior citizens who are trying to make it get out and shovel the sidewalk and make solutions back. I've really been able to engage some of the parents of children with disabilities. Well, they need to be able to move out of home. They need to be able to transition. And I think there's room for that. I think there's room for us to work with the community, say we have 5 or 6 places that we can support. And I heard you, I see you, I saw your children, and I know that challenge. So she wanted me to bring it up. And finally, I really want a literate population for us. We need to work on basic literacy skills. English is a second language. That's something that I did both in the halfway house and then also working in basic literacy skills. With medical prison, some places don't add on, which is kind of rough to see on women going to that environment. But I also at one point taught people who far educated me from foreign countries who could not speak English, but in order to get their art license, they had to be able to speak English. In order to make a decision, would be out and start from school. I've seen firsthand the ability to read and do to somebody's life, how they can participate fully in our economy. We have a lot of districts growing in this borough. I'd like to see people be able to go out to participate in jobs and be able to actually get that job and be able to communicate all of this. Very passionate about that, passionate about our children's ability. This year, my goal is 80 books. Last year, I got 70 books. I just finished out on December 30th. I want everybody to be able to shape words. And then lastly, this is the narrative of council members. I want to really engage and find little avenues, correct? Even if they do it themselves, there are always opportunities. I think with this world, I don't implement that world. I'm always in the technology, and how I have success is I'm very much focused, very numbers focused. People that will come as well, always engage with people. We need to be able to make connection with decisions. Yeah, we come and say this is why we're doing this, or this is why we're adding this, make a small thing. So that's me. That's what I'd like to see happen this year, tomorrow, and I'm very excited. And so thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Happy New Year. I will try to keep this as short as possible. I just want to take a moment to thank everyone who has supported me throughout my life, the election, and everyone that I hope will continue to support me going forward. I promise to stop talking about politics. Let's say. I wrote this thing. I stayed up all night last night trying not to, snub anybody, and if I do, well, you can yell at me later about it, but here goes in no particular order. Thank you to my mom, my dad, my stepmom Chris, my brother Reese, my stepsister Brenda Cameron, My aunts and uncles, including my uncle, who technically are my second and third cousins, but, you know, call me man.
Yes.
My grandmother, who keeps me called grandma, so thank you, man. My friends, my most trusted advisors, special thanks to have to the decision here, I really could not have made it here without you guys. I want to thank Senator Zwicker, Assemblyman Friday, and very quickly Assemblywoman Drewis and your entire team. You guys have been incredibly kind and supportive over these last few months. Thank you to the first guy who door knocked on in March and politely let me stumble through my talking points for 10 minutes. Kind of similar to now. I'm sorry I don't remember his name, but to be honest, I've tried to like that for my memory entire life. Everyone else I bothered in the middle of Saturday afternoon, but those I bothered every Saturday, and yeah, and certainly not least, all voters and residents of Flemington Borough, thank you very much. And of course, to everyone who lives, works in, or visits this town, I am committed to making this place the best it can be. I am looking to make all of your lives better. To the mayor, the council, our clerk, our borough employees, our professionals, to our neighbors in Berkeley Township, and to those at the county level. I look forward to working with you all. Thank you again for putting your trust in me, and I hope to make you all proud. Thank you.
Good evening to our guests, family members, friends, and neighbors. Happy New Year. Congratulations again to our newly minted council members. Sorry, we love it. Very much looking forward to working with the board this year. So at the end of each year, the Mary Webster Dictionary fixes the word of year. A word that field defines the years. The word chosen to define 2023 was authentic. Authentic is defined as being genuine, real, or true. Something bona fide. I'm breaking one of my cardinal writings by starting this off with a dictionary, but the folks at good old MW got the thing. In their explanation of the choosing of this word, Merriam-Webster contends that authentic is primarily significant identity. We're drawn to authentic people who cherish authentic experiences. Foods can provide us nourishment, but there's really nothing like an authentic original recipe. Not all products are perceived as cheap and inferior. We place great value on authenticity, and we know it when we see it or experience it. I'm drawn to this word because, like many of you out there, I think Flemington Borough is experiencing a lot recently. And it's presenting us with something worth exploring, our identity. Who are we? Where have we been? Where are we going? These are questions that we can wrestle with, but we should be doing so as a community, authentically. That is why this year I'd like to ask that we as leaders, residents, and stakeholders resolve to work closely together in 2020. Let's discover the answers to these questions from a multitude of perspectives. It's the least we can do for this proud seat of Hunter County. And yes, that distinction as a municipality that is the center of Hunter is part of who we are, a big part. Tonight, we find ourselves opening up another chapter of the Huntington story. This may be the part where we enter the call to adventure. We've all been called to this moment, but this moment will require us to continue to strengthen our ties. Those community ties create a welcoming spirit for residents, new residents, and visitors alike. You get a real sense of that spirit because it is, for lack of a better word, authentic. I am certain that the work we will do will reverberate throughout all of Hunter County and beyond. This town matters. All eyes are upon us, make no mistake about it. Flemington is going to accomplish a lot this year. I look forward to doing this work with all of you together, authentically. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for my tardiness, but I'll get covered with the Reorg that you guys called AGE. There's a couple of things I want to address. I want to say, and first of all, I want to address it to Adrian and Frank, as well as John. When you sit in this seat, it's bigger than all of us. It's not just one person or one thing. It's one rope trying to pull in one direction, not two ropes trying to pull in a different direction. Whoever sits in the seat, whether it's the mayor or the council, whatever the case, there's so much to learn. You come in with preconceptions that this is what's going to happen. But the reality is that doesn't work, right? right? Reality is that you have to take small pieces, not the whole, but it's the parts. And what you have to concentrate is on the parts in order to get to the whole. And so there are, you're dealing with a town that has progressed. I keep hearing, well, we've got this, we've got that. I always say you need to stop. I tell people who work with me all the time, you have to stop and you have to think about what you have accomplished, because that gets you to the next level. And it's called self-actualization. That's what self-actualization is, that if you do all these things, then you grow. Now, the challenge is if you just stay right here, you don't follow forward. So I do think, since I've been sitting right here, and since we've lived here, we've definitely grown. I think there's a lot of people that have to be acknowledged. Betsy should absolutely be acknowledged for what she contributed when she was here. Marjorie has been such you've been such a teacher, and I really appreciate you teaching and taking the time to teach us legislation and taking the time to answer questions, taking the time to explain things. I think everybody brings something to the table, and I want you guys to acknowledge the fact that everybody brings something to the table. And it's more than just like it also involves the community, because without the community, there is no us. And that's what we have to really concentrate on. I think moving forward, if I have to look at things, one of the two things I remember, and I'm a man like that, I'm saying to do this, like 90 days, you put it there, so it's there when you get back. One is communication. And although I have started a newsletter, is it perfect? Absolutely not. It's so far from perfect, it's fine, right? But the point of it is that it's a commitment that I have to talk about all the good things that happen in the town. And it doesn't all have to be good things. We need to inform people of things that may be controversial as well. Because you cannot run away from controversy. You have to run towards it. I've always told people, and I've always believed, you don't run away from a problem, you run towards it, because that's the only way you can solve it. The other thing and people continue to grow that, and I'm going to lean on console, as well as the community to help grow that newsletter. We have, one of the things we have to figure out is distribution. We can't, mailing is a little bit of a challenge, but there are avenues to consider. We will put it on online. We will keep asking merchants and business owners to help with putting those in their stores. I think the other thing is, one of the things that I'm absolutely passionate about is inclusion, because I do think that is a huge goal. And one of the things I've really been working for is not only the Black community, but also the Black community. I have signed up with the NAACP, and one of the members from the NAACP is here, and I'm encouraging people, everybody in here, to embrace it and talk to them and understand really what the NAACP is about, because it's different than what you think it is, right? But it's a matter of bringing everybody together. Everybody feels comfortable walking down the street and saying that I remember. I think that's so important, right? I think it's important that we embrace it, whether you are Black, white, gay, straight, senior, whatever. It's very, very important for total inclusion, and I will continue to push that, because I think that that's the only way the community grows as well, right? The other part is the business community. I've been very fortunate to work with Rob for our SP and I did with the business community. And what I see is that there is at least movement in terms of them being responsible for helping promote the community as well. Because again, we can't do this by ourselves. We have to look at people help us do that. And so I've been trying to work with XCP and trying to work with through partner with Robin and the board to get things through the console and actually raise some things, try things up. And I think you're moving forward. I think I'm looking forward to exciting their 2024. The other thing I would say is that my background is a lot of this. You all can hear me talk about that. I've been on Wall Street, I've been on Madison Avenue, I've been, in the federal government, I've been in the police, I have been in shared services, I've been IT services, I've been in healthcare services. So I've run the gamut. The only thing I've not really been into is pharmaceutical and manufacturing. I have not been in those industries. And I've learned something from each of those industries that I think I could try to bring here. I look at this as a business. I look at this, anytime you have a budget and it's profit, I'm looking at profit and also looking at, like the same, it becomes a business, and I view it as a business. And so I approach it as, I absolutely approach it as a business. And I don't get into, and I'm encouraging everyone, I don't get into the heaviness of it all. I try to get into the facts. It's all about the facts. It's whatever the facts says. It's not, you can never wade through the motion. You can never wade through the motion. You have to just go on what the facts say. The other thing is that everybody has an opinion, and everybody should have. The point of it is that you have to go on again with the facts. If the facts don't point in that direction, it is what it is. I also believe that everybody here brings something to the table. I truly believe everybody here brings something to the table. I've learned from this side a lot, learned from this side a lot, and I've learned from this side, right? So I've learned a lot of things. I also understand that things need to be changed, right? People have been sitting on committees and things like that for years and years. I take my hat off to them, but I also think that's not necessarily healthy. That's just work. That's my business sense. I just don't think it's healthy. I think in order to grow, you've got to break things and rebuild. Right? So a lot of times people hear me say, "Well, it's broken," and people are like, "That's not broken." What that really means is that somewhere in the link is missing, and you don't really understand what's missing because it's so embedded. So again, I just try for you and to you, I'm going to say, look beyond what's in front of you. Look one more step beyond, because the answers and the issues are one step behind, one step further. So I will just offer that to you. I'm looking forward to working with you. Anything you need, I'm here. You know what? I don't have all the answers, but I'll certainly help try to find them, because I'm still trying to find these two. And you know, it's just like this. Like, anyway, I do appreciate being here. I'm fulfilling my commitments. I do want to see this town move forward. I'm excited about the development. I'm excited about people being excited. I'm excited about the businesses that are coming in. And I'm excited to just walk down the street. I think I'll just leave you with this. One of the measures that I know is that my husband and I will walk down the street, people stop and say, "I just want to thank you. Just want to thank you." And it's like, what are you talking about? You represent us. Don't take your foot off the pedal. Thank you. Or if a business owner and I walk in and they just reach their arms out, I just think that's the best thing. That's coming on. I recently had experienced 2 losses in my family, and each one of those has taught me something. Each one of those losses has taught me something, and it's made me stronger. It's made me more compassionate. It's made me more patient, because I have no patience. I first and that's one of my sentiments. It's made me patient, but it's also, I also look and say that there's so many possibilities, and I always look at the possibilities. I always look at possibilities, and I keep that in the forefront. The last thing I would say is I have such strong support. I have a husband that is absolutely phenomenally wonderful. And you know, when I get inside of bed, this is what he says, Tony. You can't change people, you can only change how they feel. And every time he says it, so Scott, thank you. Thank you. And I have 2 wonderful friends who are also so supportive. We're here. They're my sisters, they're my sounding board, they smack me around, they do whatever. And so Caroline, Linda, love you and thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening and Happy New Year, everyone. First and foremost, I want to send congratulations and welcome to Council Members Fusaro and Levitt. I am so happy to see you up at the table this evening. I also would like to extend thanks to all of the elected officials, borough employees, volunteers that I've had the privilege to work with throughout 2023. I look forward to collaborating with everyone again in the coming year as well. It's great to see so many people in attendance tonight, so thank you all for coming. I hope to see continued community presence throughout the year at our meetings. It's really helpful to us for feedback and interaction. And finally, jumping right into business, next Wednesday, January 10th, 7 p.m., there is a Shade Tree Commission meeting that I will be at, and everyone is welcome. It will be in Borough Hall, also hybrid on Zoom. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you, Councilwoman. I just have a brief comment. Sorry, I jumped out of it when I saw the comments and didn't realize that the Councilwoman on that page. So I just wanted to say both Councilwoman and Councilwoman Sarah, welcome. I know you both did great things. You know, when I ran last year, one of my 3 items that I ran on was kindness. And, you know, I continue to push for kindness among borough residents and constituents and stakeholders. I am a firm disadvocate of social media. I continue to be, that it has created a strong buffer between people, and it is a five-story dilemma in this town. Please call me. Please call Council Long or Councilwoman Fusaro. Call somebody you trust. Please, if you see something or hear something that doesn't sound right, it probably isn't right. Call Borough Hall and ask their clerk what's really going on. We are one community, and we need to be kind. It is the way to get everything we want in this town. It's the way to get a solid community. It's the way to get a solid business community. It's the way to get a better community. It's through kindness. And I'm just asking for this year that everybody considers picking up the phone or even texting before you go the route of social media and continue to question what's going on without asking us what's going on. You know, we're going to have a continuing struggle with our budget this year, but we're in better shape than we were last year. I also want to thank Councilwoman Engelhardt for bringing up 2 of our new hires that are wonderful. We also hired a new Mr. Queen, and I just want to acknowledge him as well. It was a pleasure last year working with all of you, and I look forward to this year very much. We have some big projects ahead of us, some challenges, a lot of good stuff in this town, and I just want to say thank you to all 6 of you for all the hard work that that did in fact what we'll be doing in the future. I also want to acknowledge all of our volunteers on all of our boards and commissions, our volunteer fire company, and say thank you to all of you for all of the hard work that you've given us with very little acknowledgement. Well, people don't even know who you are, and many of you are in service. And of course, to our staff, our office staff, the police department, and our amazing W. Just want to say thank you to all of you. I do want to just acknowledge some people that are here tonight. Again, thank you to Senator Stricker for coming to our constant in this borough. See you at the schools, see you at our meetings, and I want to publicly thank you for putting into the budget last year $250 million for the building and getting it. Yes, please help me. Senator Brennan, always welcome, and Assemblywoman-elect Lewis. That's a driver who's here tonight. Welcome as well. I do the regular agenda now. 22, resolution 2024 1, appointing professional services for 2004. It's now trying to on the agenda. Can I have a motion? For that one,
Long move.
there's a second,
Parker.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
Councilman Long.
Yes.
Councilman Parker.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Rossetti.
Yes.
Instead of the end of elected assignments and appointments, is there a nominee for president of council? Is there a second?
Zeddy will second.
Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, and I have a motion to, appoint Jeremy Long as president of council.
Engelhardt moves to appoint Jeremy Long as president of our council.
Is there a second?
Tony Parker.
Roll call, please, Tony.
Sure, Councilwoman Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
Council President Long,
Yes.
Councilman Parker.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Rossetti.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I have a nominee for vice president.
I'd like to nominate, Councilwoman Lizette.
Is there a second?
Engelhardt will second.
Any other nominations? Seeing none, I have a motion to approve Councilwoman Rossetti vice president of the council.
Long move.
Is there a second? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
Council President Long,
Yes.
Councilman Parker.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
and Vice President.
Congratulations. Vice President. Council.
I'd like to nominate Councilwoman.
Is there a second?
Parker seconds.
Any other nominations? Can I have a motion to approve Councilwoman Fasaro? That's your planning board.
Long move.
Is there a second?
Parker seconds.
Roll call, please, Carl.
Councilwoman Engelhardt,
Abstain?
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
Council President Long,
Yes.
Councilman Parker,
Yes.
Council Vice President Rossetti.
Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations. Regarding the assignments, from the mayor, I'm, let's see, got Councilwoman Engelhardt on Parks and Rec, fireworks, schools, DPW, Swimming Castle, museum, and the parking committee that we will be in participation. Councilwoman Fasaro, DPW, library, and also the parking. Councilman Levitt, animal control, fireworks, historic preservation commission, and schools. Council President Long. Fire OEM. Liberty Village and Cardinal redevelopment, personnel and finance. Councilman Parker, newsletter, police commissioner, personnel, Liberty Village and Cardinal redevelopment, DPW negotiations, and move for parks committee. Councilwoman, Council President, Vice President, I'm sorry, Rossetti. I have you on codes and zoning, parks recreation, port, and shade commission. And I want to be on the environmental commission, administration, finance, DPW, personnel, and parking. I was surprised this meeting, the end of the meeting. And, regarding appointments, to our boards, commissions, and committees. Planning board class 4 member expiring 2027, Brian Smino. Class 1 member expiring 2024, Michael Campion. Alternate number 1 expiring 2024, Melissa Swingle. Alternate number 2 expiring 2025, Martha Mario. Alternate number 3 expiring in 2024, Don Apple. Alternate number 4 expiring in 2025, and Show. On Historic Preservation Commission, Class C expiring 2027, Jennifer Wilford. and alternate number 2 expiring 2025, Bonnie Sarah. Environmental Commission, member from the unexpired term expiring 2024, Jay Law. Member expiring 2026, Melissa Swiggle, with the liaison to the Environmental Commission. Member expiring 2025, Justin Schneider. Alternate number 1, filling an expired term for the NEGA. State Tree Commission, member expiring 2028, Sandy Ruki. Member expiring 2027, Javier Hernandez. Alternate number 1, expiring 2028, Justin Schneider. Alternate number 2, expiring 2027, in the list. Library Commission, member expiring 2028, Stephen Rocco. And Public Arts Committee, which is newly formed, Public Arts Representative expiring 2024, Wilson Hopkins. Planning Board member expiring 2025, Anna Webster. Council member expiring 2025, Tony Parker. HPC member expiring 2026, Wendy Moore. Public member expiring 2026, Cheryl Fontaine. This is gonna be a test. Okay, opening resolution, which is 2024, that's consent agenda, resolution.
All moved.
For a second. Any discussion?
I'd like to, pull item number 2024 15 off of the stand over.
Okay. Can I get a motion to carry the motion to go ahead and approve? Like, we're going to anyway. Roll call for that, please.
Councilwoman Engelhardt,
24, 2024, yes, not.
wait, what?
Wait, I'm sorry, it says it's on the consent agenda, that's why I'm confused.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
It does say.
That, you have, she has an old agenda.
So I will say yes, to 2024 4, 2024 2.
Councilwoman Pisara,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt.
Yeah.
Council President Long,
Yes.
Councilman Parker, and Council Vice President Rossetti.
Yes.
Is anybody else with anything taken off the consent agenda, item number 9 in health reserve? Seeing none, then I motion to resolution 24-3 and 24-14 and 24-16 and 24-22.
All moved.
Is there a second?
Parker, second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fisaro,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
Council President Long,
Yes.
Councilman Parker,
Yes.
Council Vice President Rossetti.
Yes.
I motion to adopt resolution 24-15.
All moved.
Is there a second?
And we'll have a second.
Discussion?
I just wanted to make a quick comment, 2024, that's in regards to the fund for the green team. I just want to encourage the environmental committee to, make sure that we're following up with.
I don't think you have the right agenda.
Yeah,
We reprinted those.
okay, but I'm gonna encourage the environment, so I say which one I just really want to start on.
So it's 2024-16 on the new agenda.
Okay,
That I wanted to just comment to encourage the environmental committee. We really haven't had a active green team here in the borough in many years. So every year we have this resolution on the consent agenda. And we actually don't do anything with it, so I just want to make sure, you know, as a lead, accredited professional, the sustainability is very much in my wheelhouse, and I just want to make it encourage the environmental committee to address this issue and perhaps follow up on making sure that all our ducks in a row. Thank you.
Okay, so, could I have a roll call for 2024-15?
And we're gonna move. Are we going to? This meeting.
did somebody second?
You were saying.
Okay, Councilwoman Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
Council President Long,
Yes.
Councilman Parker, and Council Vice President Rossetti.
Yes.
Councilman Engelhardt, you said. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I'm ready to present this, not part of the Senate, because, the governing body was created when we did. They hired out everybody, and the appointed person, so, I get to actually vote. Which Mayor Curtis do. So can I have a motion, for this 23, to the big board of trustees, 2024.
I'll move.
Second.
Levitt will second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
Council President Long,
Yes.
Councilman Parker, Council Vice President Rossetti,
Yes.
and Mayor Kara.
Number 11, appointed professional resolution 2024, gas 24, resolution authorizing a certified engineer with the area projects around town, information for last year's resolution, can I have a motion to approve? Is there a second? Any discussion?
I just want to confirm that the 6 items that were included in this resolution were, that have not changed since last year.
They are correct, we were 5 years original,
And we have this.
Yep.
Thank you.
okay, roll call please.
Councilwoman Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
Council President Long,
Yes.
Councilman Parker,
Yes.
Councilwoman, Vice President Rossetti,
Yes.
sorry.
We're now also in the public comment session. Roger, will you do it? Do I have anything? If not, I just want to list that I'm giving another invitation from the Democratic municipal attorney that is open to the public for reception at Stable station. So, if maybe it's go over there, and thank you to the Democratic Party. I just want to get a very township, I think, I mean, set that. And I guess tomorrow will be my 30th anniversary swearing to an elected office, which is crazy. Crazy. So, thank you all for coming. Congratulations again to everyone, sorry, I want to touch on London, to all the people who are supported them. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for allowing me to serve. For being so understanding and supportive around these things.
Somebody has to adjourn.
I'll move.
Parker second.
Yeah.